Well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, good evening and welcome to the beautiful Sonesta here in Duluth, Georgia. It is the Georgia Asian Times 25 most influential Asian Americans in Georgia. Put your hands together, everybody, make some noise. Yeah, I'm Vince the Voice, yeah.
And I am Kim Limco, back again with Vince the Voice Bailey. It's an honor to be co-emceeing with the 26th most influential Asian American here
Number
tonight.
26, number 26, everybody. Number 26, love it.
On behalf of the Georgia Asian Times, we want to humbly thank everyone who has came out tonight as honoree for accomplishing so many milestones. The honorees tonight have made great contributions to the Asian American community here in Georgia as well as throughout the country.
And I'd just like to take a chance to thank everyone, and it's like family here. You know, the Asian American population has exploded in the past decade, and more people are recognizing the importance and influence of this great community. This year's offering is a list of individuals who've had an impact in arts, they've had an impact in business, government, politics, social work, education, and the judiciary, and areas that influence every aspect of Georgians, their lives.
That is an astonishing figure, is it not? Big round of applause for Asian Americans, guys, come on.
No doubt. 26.
Yes, the Asian American population in the U.S. is a formidable one here. As a matter of fact, the fastest growing racial group in the U.S. Asian Americans make up one of the most influential groups in Georgia in both numbers and cultural influence. Interesting fact, U.S. Census Bureau, 71% of Asian Americans were foreign born. Unfortunately, I was not. 56% of whom made naturalized U.S. citizenship. 51.6% of Asian population of 25 years older has a bachelor degree, and median household income of $64,000.
A lot of crazy rich Asians, that's what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of crazy rich. I see quite a few out here tonight. This year's list is made possible by the Georgia Asian Times. Give the Georgia Asian Times a big round of applause. Lee Wong and the staff, Randy and Ben, and yeah, man. It was an editorial staff and the selection committee that was comprised of community, civic, and media representatives that compiled this list this year. A total of over 180 online nominations were received for this year.
That is also an astonishing number,
yeah,
over 180, and they narrowed it down to 25. You guys are among the finalists. So big round of applause for the finalists tonight.
26.
We will see many familiar faces tonight. There are also an abundant number of new faces of tonight. This year's group consists of 14 women and 11 men.
Wow.
Hey, woman power! And we are excited to meet each and every one of you guys tonight.
That's right, who run the world? Girls, girls. So at this time, I'm going to bring to the stage, I want to tell you a little bit about her. Her name is Evie Yang, and she was born in Indonesia to Chinese and Indonesian parents, blessed with a natural ability to sing, and she got noticed early, started singing at the age of 5. Then she got an opportunity to perform at TVRI, which is the Television Republic of Indonesia. Immigrated in 2001 to the United States, continued to develop her talent. Her voice was discovered and adored by the Asian Pacific American community here in Georgia and led her to travel all over this state and abroad. She performs at various stages, shows, concerts, weddings, banquets, all that. Now based here in Atlanta, Georgia, I want you to welcome to the stage Miss Evie Yang. Would you come forward, please, Evie? As she makes her way, I want everyone, would you please stand as we honor this country with our national anthem. Thank you so much.
At the twilight to the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched was so gallantly streaming, and the rocket red the line, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof to the night that our flag was still there. Oh, sing us the star-spangled banner away, o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Evie Yang, ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Evie Yang.
Big round of applause. Magnificent.
Magnificent. Now, ladies and gentlemen, of course you know, you travel, that here in Atlanta we've got the greatest airport on earth. Ain't that right? That's right, ain't no doubt about it. And so I'd like for our next speaker to come forward. They're our presenting sponsor here tonight. She's the Director of Premium Services for the Department of Aviation at Atlanta Hartsfield at Jackson Airport. Please give it up for Cheryl Ann Pay. Cheryl.
First and foremost, I am very proud to represent to be the first female Asian director to be at Hartsfield-Jackson Airport. On behalf of Mayor Keisha Lance Bottoms and our airport general manager, Mr. John Selden, it is my high honor to bring greetings on behalf of Hartsfield-Jackson Airport, the world's busiest and most efficient airport in the world.
Yes.
We are delighted to be here to express our appreciation with the Asian community, which plays a vital role in a thriving, prosperous airport that generates more than $35 billion of economic opportunity annually and provides employment to more than 60,000 people throughout the airport itself. In support of this strong relationship, we launched WeChat Mandarin. As many of you know, Chinese visitors are one of the largest segment of travelers in the United States. Our page has beneficial features of airport services and amenities to our Mandarin-speaking travelers. Through our launch of WeChat in Mandarin, we are once again extending a sincere hand of friendship to our Asian friends on behalf of the city of Atlanta and the region. Also, the airport is more than simply a means of transit. It is also a retail venue for all our travelers. Our success and forward-thinking ideas are made manifest, which we call a program called ATL Rewards. More about ATL Rewards, we would like to present a video on our airport Deputy General Manager's behalf, Mr. Greg Richardson. Thank you for your time and your attention. Please know that I am here if you need my help, and enjoy your evening.
2 minutes of information, entertainment, and events. This is The Daily 2.
Hi, and welcome to The Daily 2. We all know Hartsfield-Jackson is the world's busiest airport, but now it can be the most rewarding. Joining us is the Deputy General Manager and CFO, Greg Richardson. Tell me about this rewards program called ATL Rewards.
Really what it is a loyalty program that allows for passengers as well as employees to earn miles, points, and rewards on purchases they make at the airport.
What made you decide to do this?
It really was an opportunity for us to introduce a lot of the different concepts that we have at the airport to our traveling public. all of the different food and beverage and concessions, as well as retail. But it also was an opportunity for us to engage with our passengers, identify the needs that they have, and then work with our concessionaires to identify ways in which to meet those demands.
So some really good feedback. So who can enroll in ATL Rewards?
Really anybody can, individuals as well as corporations. Right now our focus is on the corporations.
And what benefit is it to them?
First and foremost, they get a 1% cash rebate for purchases made at the airport through the program. But on top of that, they also get management reporting that allows them to see some of the spend that goes on and really helps in the compliance process for them as it relates to travel policies and procedures.
So where does one start when they want to sign up for ATL Rewards?
It's actually very simple. Just go to www.atlcorporaterewards.com.
Greg Richardson, Deputy GM and CFO, thank you so much. Again, the program is ATL Rewards, and the website to go to enroll, atlcorporaterewards.com. I'm Shannon Walsh with the Daily 2.
Give it up for our airport, ladies and gentlemen. Atlanta Hartsfield Jackson.
ATL, here we go.
Yeah, man. Best airport ever.
There you go.
Ever.
It gives me great honor to introduce the very next man that's going to be coming on stage tonight. As you all know, he's a very passionate guy. He's been all over. It would not be possible tonight, or if he was not interested in bringing out the minorities, and I know I still think I'm a minority, Asian Americans, and to make sure that we have a voice, that we have a saying, and that we have a place and stands here in the area that we proceed in. So without further ado, founder, Mr. Lee Wong, Georgia Asian Alliance.
Lee Wong.
Give it up to Vince and Kim. You guys bring high energy to the event tonight. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome. I'd like to acknowledge several distinguished guests of honor in our audience tonight. First and foremost, we have the Honorable Kim Yong-jun, Consul General of Korea. We have the Honorable Naomi Takahashi, Acting Consul General of Japan. The Honorable Vincent Liu, Director General of Taipei Economic and Cultural Office, Atlanta. And my good dear friend, Mr. Sonny K. Park, our keynote speaker for this evening, President and Chief Janitorial Officer of General Building Maintenance. And in our guest tonight is Mayor Dennis Mott, City of Dalton. And Mr. Gwinnett, which from time to time I call him my boss, Mr. Nick Messino, President of Gwinnett Chamber of Commerce. And we also have somebody from the great airport of Atlanta, Mr. Ed Parker, President and CEO of ATL Rewards. And I just go ahead and acknowledge him here. We have our first immigrant to serve in the Georgia Senate, Senator Sheikh Rahman from Georgia District 5. And then we have a couple of judges here. Tadia Wigner, Gwinnett Superior Court Judge-elect. Ruth Rocker McMullen, Gwinnett Magistrate Court Judge. Commissioner Jace Brooks, Gwinnett Board of Commissioners, District 1. And Mr. Ben Koo, District 2, Board of Commissioners. And forgive me if I miss some of the very VIP, your name, and there's just too many of you. In my opinion, all of you are the super VIPs here. I'm here to celebrate the honorees, not so much about myself. And thank you for all your support every year. And each year, this year has been the toughest because it exceeds all the expectations. We outsold every seats, every tables that we have. So next year we gotta find a bigger venue for this event. Tonight we can't do this without our great sponsor. I'd like to give a special shout out to Farmers Basket Restaurant and Hartsfield-Jackson Atlanta International Airport. It's been an incredible 2019 for Georgia Asian Times so far. And in addition to this amazing event, we are planning an inaugural Asian Women Leaders Forum in September. This is where it will be a great platform for Asian women leaders to network, inspire, and to share their success. Look for more information in the coming weeks, and I do hope a lot of you able to join in this forum. And without further ado, I'm not going to take up a lot of precious time. Thank you, and give it a warm hand to Vince and Kim for doing a spectacular job this evening. Thank you, and enjoy the evening.
Thank you so much. Give it up again, ladies and gentlemen, for Lee Wong, founder of the Georgia Asian Times. And Lee's right, this is a room full of VIPs. I know they spared no expense. They flew me in from Grayson.
They flew me in from the Bayou. I escaped Hurricane Barry, guys.
That's right. And we're all here tonight because it is a very special night. And so it gives me great pleasure now to introduce our keynote speaker. As Lee had said, he is the Chief Janitorial Officer of General Building Maintenance and also President of the American Korean Friendship Society. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Mr. Sonny K. Park.
Good evening. Lee Wong gave me 30 minutes to talk, so it'll be 100 by the time I finish. But congratulations to all the recipients of the influential Georgia Asian Americans. This is a distinct honor for me to be a part of this historical event. Lee Wong put together such a great event each year, and I appreciate it. This is, I don't think I can name any other person can do this spectacular event each year. We thank you, appreciate it. And also, some of you may agree with me that Georgia Asian Times and Lee Wong, Ben and his staff members are the reason that Georgia Asian American community is out there to bring out there to the outside community and better understanding of our community because of the credit goes to Georgia Asian Times and also Lee Wong. I thank you very much. Let's give them a round of applause for the group. Thank you. What I noticed today, there's actually the 25 recipient of the Georgia influential, 25 Asian American Georgia, 25 influential Georgians, Asian Americans in Georgia. However, there are much more than that. There's so many of you should be in the list. I don't know what made Lee Wong pick only 25. He should have about 50 or 500 people in the list. I guess he didn't do a good job to raising enough money to buy more trophies. Truly, there's so many great people, not only a recipient, but every one of you should to be recognized for what you did, what you have done for the country, what you have done for your community. It's in all the seriousness, I want to thank you for all of you for services, especially, particularly for the media and the leadership that they came in today. The foreign counselor, I mean, I'm from South Korea. South Korean consul general is here, Taiwan is, and Japan. It's such a great event, and then I'm so glad they are part of our event, so we can brag about to the country where we're from, that how much we accomplished in this country. So be very proud. Talking about the United States of America, we are here. The Asian Americans, usually, I'm not complaining, but the Asian Americans perceive us as a foreigner because we look like a foreigner, because that's what it is. So we're going to carry that name, like it or not, for a long, long time. We have only about 6% of the U.S. population. I'm not sure it's going to grow that anytime soon. The thing is, Asian Americans still love that we are an integral part of this country, and the Asian Americans are here to contribute that our community and ourselves for the United States. If you allow me, I would like to share my love affair story with the United States of America. I was 8 years old when Korean War broke. The country was so poor. I'm not sure how many of you through the war, but I was an 8 years old young boy. I saw that the people killing each other, that the cannonball that comes over my head, there was a sound coming, you look at it, there's a big bullet coming over there, then bomb, then dropping somewhere. And then next minute, another bullet, and then that bullet, a cannonball coming to this other side. I was in the middle with other friends. I was wondering what they were actually doing. Then I looked like me. They're all Americans, and there's 16 other countries in the world. They came to help the South Koreans. I didn't realize what they were doing. I just loved what they gave me. The Hershey bars, so taste so good. The wiggly chewing gums, all that. The sea rations, we really loved it. Didn't understand until I grew up. Later I realized those soldiers came to South Korea, the country very, very far away, a very small, tiny country, but came to South Korea to help so many people's lives and freedom. I'm one of them. I saw them fighting. I saw them dying. As a young boy, I saw the dead bodies everywhere. Some soldiers died like this. Some soldiers died like this way. Some soldiers have a half a body on the water. Not many people taking care of it. That's a relationship the South Korea and the United States to have. I'm not here to talk about the relationship of South Korea and the United States. I want to talk about the United States. The soldiers, American soldiers, husband of somebody, the uncle of somebody, son of somebody came to Korea, another country. Korea is one of several countries that we, the United States, actually helped, send aid. What I'm trying to tell you is Americans are brave. I saw the braveness, and I really like that. That wasn't it. Thank you. When the war's over, they didn't stop from that. They started sending aids, the clothes. I don't know how many of you went to Korea, but the Korea wintertime is so cold. Didn't have anything to wear much, summer clothes. But one day, I went to church, there was the wool jacket. They handed it over to me, I put my body, and it was so warm. I never forget. It was a little big. It was a jacket, but it was like an overcoat for me. But keep my body warm, and I'll never forget that. In the school, we were so poor, we didn't have a pencil to write. We didn't have a paper notebook to write anything. Pencil I had was a very small, shapen, and then have a tiny, and what I had to do, No kidding, it's my story. Wrap around with a chopstick, with a rubber band, and because that's too short to hold. I've been writing poem on a newspaper between the lines. Can you imagine that? That's how poor we were. After a few months, I went to school and I found out there's a little yellow number 2 pencil was sitting on my desk. And each kid, my fellow students have one of those dozen of a yellow number 2 pencil. I keep saying yellow because it's still, the image is still here. The smell, the cedar smell from the pencil, still in my memory, imprinted in my memory. I had a notebook to write poem, letters. What I'm trying to tell you, Americans were not only brave, but they were generous. My admiration, there's a true love affair to America. My admiration for the United States, people of the United States have grown. And I say to myself, I want to be American one day. And I want to be like those soldiers I saw, brave. Like those church groups and nonprofit, the organizations send me and my fellow friends and the aids, food and clothes. I want to be generous like them. So I determined, as a young boy, I determined to be American. It took me 23 years to get to the United States. When I got here, I spent 3 hours to find a job. I was starting making $1.80 an hour. This is truly land of opportunity. It would never could happen in Korea or any other country I know. This is a place I can stand on. I don't need anybody's help. And then I started making money. I would start going to school, and then found out myself I'd be rich one day. And then what are you going to do with that rich? The rich means money. If I'm a scientist and I will develop something, I will have some kind of vaccine, type of a vaccine or some kind of accomplishment. But I came to the United States to be American who are generous and brave. So I came, excuse me. So I started thinking, what am I going to be in this country? And then I started remembering my mother. My mom always taught me to be a giver, not a taker. Such a poor country, but she practices still giving to something. I'm not talking about only money, the heart to give, knowledge to share, whatever you have, share with others. And then I determined to be one of the best citizens this country ever had. A few decades gone by, and the American daughters of American Revolution, this is bragging, daughters of American Revolution called me and said, we're going to present you an award, Americanism Medal. A year later, National Guard called me and said they're going to give me an award and say, Patrick Henry Award. And I said, are you kidding? What I have done is just to serve the community where I live, my neighbors. And then, because the Asian guy that looked like a foreign guy actually love America and try to do something for the community I live and trying to do something better for this country, and they thought it was special. If it was a normal American did, it's nothing special. But this Asian man does it. And they look at me as twice, 3 times, or 10 times more value. And I took that award, but actually that award was for use for further action. I am talking about that awards. Tonight, 25 recipients. They work hard. Once again, I want to congratulate all of you, the 25 people. Work hard, make their life better, and the community better, and to help the country grow better. And I want to congratulate. But that award, anytime you receive something, that means you got to do something with it. It's not a decoration. Lee Wong did not spend money out there and engrave all the names to put add a decoration at your bookshelf. No, you got to use it to influence your neighbors, other people in the community, and then make it better. Ultimately, Asian American community, particularly in Georgia, will be much better recognized, and then will be truly become an integral part of this country and the community. Thank you very much, and congratulations to them all the way.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Mr. Sonny K. Park once again. Sonny K. Park. Thank you, sir.
Keynote speaker.
Thank you.
Outstanding, amazing speech, an inspiration to all. Please, that plaque, don't put it up in your bookshelf. Use it to inspire and motivate others, and do what you're passionate about to spread what's positive in our lives every day.
It does look good on the bookshelf, though, I will tell you. Man, number 26.
I know everyone is super hungry. I can hear your stomach growling already, right, Ben? Come on.
Well, and we do have some delicious, here comes the salads. The food is going to be tremendous tonight. Here they come.
Officially declared, dinner is served. Bon appetit.
Bon
Enjoy.
appetit. Thank you. Now listen, we're going to start, while they're serving, we're going to start introducing our honorees for tonight. Honorees, listen up. Brief housekeeping rule. It's called the Bora Lamb rule. Some of you know what I'm talking about. The Bora Lamb rule is that you have 2 minutes to make your acceptance speech. If you go over 2 minutes, we have a very loud bullhorn right here. We don't want to scare people tonight, so don't go over the 2 minutes if you can help yourself. I understand though, just like Mr. Sonny Park's heartfelt story that he gave about his life, it is so touching. Give our keynote speaker a big round of applause. And thank you, sir,
Sonny
for
Park,
sharing.
guys, big round of applause.
God bless you,
Sonny
sir.
Park.
And so our honorees also tonight have gone through, that table in the back is off the chain. They know what I'm talking about.
That's Ann Chin's table. I bet you it's Ann Chin's table.
All right. So many of our honorees have gone through so much tonight, but 2 minutes, please, if you could limit your acceptance speech. And so now, ladies and gentlemen, we will begin. I'd like to ask if the Honorable Naomi Takahashi, the Acting Consul General of Japan, Atlanta, would you please come to the stage, please? Honorees and the presenters, there's an X on the stage. We ask that you stand on the X for your photo, video, all that good stuff, okay? Now, our first honoree, would you please come forward, come up to the X? It's Manako Oki Ahern. Please come forward. Now, having spent her early life between Japan, America, and Europe, Manako knows firsthand the difficulties and the great benefits of living in more than one culture. Throughout her career, come on up, she has striven to provide similar experiences to others. She started a dual language program. Come on up on the stage, please. Up on the stage. Come on. She started a dual language program and pioneered service learning and peace education initiatives in Atlanta in the year 2004. Her credentials was she graduated with a bachelor's degree in international law from the International Christian University in Japan in 1982. She has a bachelor's of music from the Southern Methodist University in Texas in '86, a master's in education from Central Michigan University in 2005. She now lives in LaGrange with her husband and plans to teach Japanese at LaGrange College in the fall. Ladies and gentlemen, give a big round of applause. There she is, Manako Oki Ahern.
So I'll be fast. Thank you very much, and I'm very humbled to be here among all these distinguished group of guests and people here. And I just wanted to tell you a little bit about my family. Only about 10 years after the end of the World War II, my parents came to study in this country by the generous scholarship by American people. So they were so grateful, and my father at age 90, he still cannot stop talking about it's so important to build bridges over the ocean between countries. He still talks about it every day. So I had a dream, like Dr. King. My dream is to educate young people to become global citizens who are peacemakers. Peace is the foundation of everything, yet today's world is full of conflict, and we need to discern how not to increase the tension, and to the point we have to use weapons. Young children need to be open-minded and listen to diverse opinions. In order to do that, we decided to find a Japanese-English dual language immersion school with a third language, Chinese, where students from diverse backgrounds can study in one classroom. And it's called ICA Georgia, International Charter Academy of Georgia. And it's a very unique state charter school. It's tuition-free. And in one campus, Japanese school and American school coexist. So every day they study core subjects in 2 languages, and we do have conflicts every day as 2 cultures collide, as 2 sets of values come together. Do we start a fist fight or
Yes.
use words to learn from each other? So we try to teach peaceful conflict resolution skills. That's what we aim to do. I hope you all can come visit our school and share our dream. Thank you very much.
I'll stand and give it up again, ladies and gentlemen. Manako Oki Ahern. Thank you so much.
Our next recipient is Miss Tip Atakan. Can you please come up and please here to... Tip's passion for Lao food and culture sparkled during her honeymoon to Laos. In her own words, that trip was a transformation. This was home, and I felt deeply connected to everything and everyone in Laos. Tip's family have been providing Lao Thai cuisine within the state of Georgia, but none bears the Lao branding. Her aunts and uncle own several Thai restaurants and have been donating their culinary expertise, time, money, and donations to local communities and temples. Her sheer determination, drive, and persistence scored her Chef of the Year in Atlanta's Best New Restaurants, among other accolades. Tip also hosts an annual Operation Christmas Chai at her restaurant. She has undisputedly put Lao food on the map in ATL, a second location coming to you in the fall at Battery Park. She credits her husband, Van Sangapan, to Snackbox Bistro's success. Van, for the silent partner, congratulations, guys.
Hi, everyone. It's an honor to be here. It's been an incredible journey, a rewarding journey, most importantly, a very humbling journey. I'd like to thank Georgia Asian Times for giving me the opportunity to proudly represent my country. It's something I've always dreamed of, and it's the reason why Snackbox Bistro is here. We all know the restaurant industry is not easy, and I would like to accept this award on behalf of my husband, my family, my supporters, my friends, everyone that loves Lao food, just loves food in general, because they are the true inspiration behind what I do. They are the most influential people in my life, and the brightest light that I look forward to give me the strength and the passion and motivation to keep going. So thank you everyone, and very, very happy to be here.
Give it up for Tim, everyone. Congratulations. Listen, honorees, when you come up, please make your way up on this side of the stage. Thank you so much.
Did you guys ever try Lao Food Snack Box Bistro, Chambly 285? I'm only saying that because it's family propaganda. I'm also Thanks, Tim. Our next recipient, Alan Chen, Senior Vice President of Bank of America. Alan Chen is the Senior Vice President of Bank of America within the co-brand and affinity products organization. Alan has over 15 years of experience in the financial services industry and currently manages the second largest co-brand affinity credit card portfolio at Bank of America. Outside of his day job at Bank of America, he manages an enterprise chapter of an Asian-focused employee resource group which serves over 8,000 members. As the current president, Alan firmly believes that NAP is the premier leadership organization of Asian American professionals. His vision is to bring the community together as a central voice to build upon the pillars in which are the foundation of NAP. Thank you, Alan. Come on up.
Alan, give it up. The crowd goes wild.
I promise I did not pay them, so I don't know where that came from. But it's an honor to be here. I will be less than 2 minutes, I promise. I want to tell a little story because I was at a bar the other day, it was probably about 2 weeks ago, and I think bars usually have the best stories. And I was with a couple of friends of mine that night, and we had a couple drinks, and one of the things that he said to me that night was, one of the best things that has happened to Alan was he figured out he was Asian. So that may sound funny, but I actually grew up in a city that probably only had about 25 Asian Americans in our school. I was talking to Judge Eaton Pham the other night as well. They had a very similar story. And the reason I bring that up is I figured out I'm Asian and what an amazing community that we have here in Atlanta. We have a great support group with all of our nonprofit organizations in the community, and when you figure those out and you find those organizations, it's amazing. I want to give a shout out to our amazing nonprofit board who made all that noise, NAP Atlanta, so way back in the back over there. Also, if you guys heard, Bank of America is also a sponsor, so Bank of America has an Asian Leadership Network as well that's big in the community. And then also my mom, my dad, my two sisters who are always trying to figure out where I'm always at and how that family functions. So thank you again.
Congratulations, Alan. Thank you. That's what's up. Let's hear it again from mom and sister and everybody back there. Hey, they're so proud. He may be big time at the bank, but he's still son and brother, right? All right. Our next honoree, I'd like to invite Mr. Nick Messino, the president of the Gwinnett Chamber of Commerce. Would you please grace the stage? King Messino, please come forward. Look at that, see? This next honoree, ladies and gentlemen, you know her, you love her. It's Ann Chin. Ann, come on up. Ann is the corporate associate and international sales manager for Explore Gwinnett. Her role at Explore Gwinnett is to increase destination awareness, generate new meetings and conventions, and create new satisfied clients while servicing the existing client base. And she does a great job at that. Being fluent in Mandarin has allowed her not only to drive substantial new business, but create unique partnerships for the organization with the Georgia Department of Economic Development, Tourism's China Initiative, Partnership Gwinnett, and the Atlanta Convention and Visitors Bureau. Besides being very busy, working mom of two, she's on a bunch of boards, Leadership Gwinnett, Positive Youth and Family Development, Atlanta Asian Film Festival, Rotary Club of Sugarloaf. She's 40 under 40 honoree. Give it up, everybody, for Ann Chin. Holy cow, Ann Chin.
And number 26 right here.
Congratulations, Ann.
Thank you. Good evening. It's such an honor to be here with all of our award recipients and the leaders within the community. Congratulations to you all. Woo! Woo! God has blessed me with an amazing circle of friends, families, and mentors back there at table 18 who have supported me with unconditional love and support. Without you all, I would not be here. Seriously. Thank you, Mr. Lee Wong, for all of your support within the community. I mean, we are such a closer community, and you bridge the gap within all the Asian community because of you within Georgia. All I have to say as far as being a leader, remember, is to serve others, lead with your heart, and always continue to learn. Thank you.
Give it up again, Ann Chen, ladies and gentlemen. Ann, thank you so much. Congratulations. Congratulations.
Leave it to Aang, to leave that out with a bang. And come on, Ann Chen, big round of applause, guys.
Oh, yeah.
Our next recipient is Jackie Chu, CMO in Residence, Advanced Technology Development Center.
Come on down.
Chu serves as a marketing strategy advisor to companies in the ATDC Accelerate and ATDC Signature portfolios. Chu is a veteran of Georgia's innovative ecosystem. In the last 20 years, she's launched dozens of products and companies and helped startup raise more than $70 million in capital. Additionally, Chu is the managing director of iFusion and licensee and organizer of the new TEDx Atlanta, a merge of the TEDx Peachtree and TEDx Atlanta to form Georgia's largest TEDx group. Her work in entrepreneurship with women and people of color have been recognized by her peers. She was named a game changer by Spelman College in 2015 Women of Color Conference. Jackie Chu, everybody.
Yeah, congratulations.
Good evening, everybody. It is fantastic to be here. There's a famous saying that wherever you go, go with all of your heart, and that's basically what I did 32 years ago. So when I left my home country, Singapore, to come here to America, I didn't know it then, but I certainly can tell you now, looking back, America had me at hello. I basically lost my heart to this country 32 years ago. Only in this country can a liberal studies major thrive and operate in the technology community, working day to day with technology startups, technology CEOs, and have a place at the table. Only in this country can a non-Georgian, former non-Georgian, now permanent resident, lead the largest TEDx group representing Atlanta and Georgia to the rest of the world, to the rest of the 2,900 other groups in the TEDx world. So I am incredibly honored, and especially with this incredible cohort here that I'm a part of. So thank you, Georgia Asian Times, for this incredible honor. And I accept this on behalf of all of the dreamers, innovators, inventors, entrepreneurs. Thank you.
Give it up again, everyone, for Jackie Chu. Thank you so much. Congratulations. All right. Next, I would like to ask to the stage, invite the Honorable Kim Young-jun to the stage, the Consul General of Korea. Please come forward to present the next award. Our next honoree, ladies and gentlemen, is the Chief Executive Officer of the Korean Television Network, KTN, none other than Eun Suk Choi. Eun Suk Choi is a natural leader with a heart to serve the community. She's combined her drive to serve with enterprise. This has brought about her founding of Jonas Care, which has an in-home elderly care service provider, a rapidly growing number of aging Korean community here. You know, she purchased and continues to invest now in Korean Television Network, and her leadership is transforming the network with locally based content that's critical and relevant to the Korean community of Georgia. She plays an important role in the Korean community. Her vision and desire to serve, inform, and unify come at a critical time, and we are so thankful for her. Give it up again, Eun Suk Choi. Oh, and the flowers, congratulations. Wow. Congratulations, come on over. I can either hold the flowers or the mic, which one?
I thought. Anyway, I prepared my speech, so. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you for this unexpected honor. I'm not exactly sure how I got to be here, but I am very honored to be with all the distinguished honorees. I am inspired hearing about the important work they do in Georgia's Asian American community. KTN, known as Korean Television Network, strives to keep the Korean American community informed on local, national, and international news, events, and changes in a way that is easy to access and understand. We will continue to work hard to inform, entertain, and unite the community, as well as share Korean culture with the rest of the whole state. Thank you again for this honor.
Congratulations. Give it up again, ladies and gentlemen. Un-suk Choi.
Our next recipient is Lilia Hagler, Director of the Philippine Nurses of Georgia. A longtime member of the Filipino American Association of Georgia Atlanta, she has served in several leadership roles, rising to be president in 2017 and advisor in 2019. In relation to her profession, she is founding member and first treasurer of the Philippine Nurse Association of Georgia. She continues to serve the Filipino community in her field, forming the Philippine Nurse of Georgia Foundation to encourage and provide scholarship to nursing students. She regularly volunteers for professional services at health fairs and conducts health classes in Asian communities and church groups. Shares much of her time, talent, and resources activity, not only to promote health, but also to promote passionately, share, and perpetuate the Philippine culture, custom, tradition, and the rest of Atlanta and Georgia. Recognized as a dedicated nurse in its truest meaning, she received the Florence Nightingale Award. Big round of applause to Lilia Hagler!
Yeah! Lilia!
Good evening, everyone, distinguished guests, family, and friends. Thank you all for coming tonight. I am very humbled and deeply honored to be one of the recipients for the 25 Influential Asian American in Georgia for the year 2019. All that I am is because of my parents, their inspiration, my mother being a role model with her community involvement. I still hear my father telling me, life is what you make it, and my mother always telling me to always do the right thing. It is because of them that I have been involved in my community, and with the mentorship also of Miss Didi O'Connor in Atlanta, I have been very involved with my community and in my professional career. I cannot imagine myself doing anything else but nursing. It is a career that is very giving, yet very fulfilling. I would like to end this by saying that there is no shortage of opportunities to give back to the community, and there is no shortage of opportunities in making a difference in someone's life. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Congratulations. Give it up, Lilia. Congratulations. Thank you so much. Oh, nurses are so important, don't you know? Yes. Give it up again for our Philippine nurses that are here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. We got a whole table full. A little pain in my back. Talk to y'all after this.
That's not the only thing.
Oh, okay. All right. Next, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to bring up, this is very special, the first Asian American ever elected to the Gwinnett Board of Commissioners, none other than Ben Koo. Ben Koo, come on up here. Listen, he was first elected to the Gwinnett Board of Commissioners in 2018. His district is 2, is Peachtree Corners, Berkeley Lake, Norcross, Tucker, and Lilburn. And he's a Georgia native, grandson of Chinese immigrants who moved to Atlanta to help engineer the original MARTA heavy rail system. Listen to that. He's got over 20 years of entrepreneurial software development experience. He went to the Gwinnett Citizens Academy and it just caught the bug, went crazy, ran and won. Give it up again, Gwinnett County Board of Commissioner Ben Koo. He is ready too. Thank you, Georgia Asian Times. Deeply moved.
Thank you, Georgia Asian Times, for bestowing this prestigious honor on me. I am deeply moved to have been named one of the 25 most influential Asian Americans in Georgia after just being elected, and I'm grateful to be counted among the other recipients who represent an amazing variety of talents and achievements. The South is becoming a destination for Asian immigrants and Asian Americans alike. By some estimates, Georgia's Asian American population has grown 136% from 2000 to 2016. In Gwinnett, Asian Americans represent more than 12% of the county's population. When my grandfather came from China to Atlanta years ago to help design the original MARTA rail system, I'm sure he and my grandmother never imagined that their grandson would be elected county commissioner of the second most populous county in Georgia. My grandparents manifested a long tradition of Asians coming to this country to pursue a dream of freedom and opportunity and to make a contribution to our nation. Now our community is pursuing a new dream and making new contributions to our nation, our state, and our local governments. Our dream is one of inclusiveness, of ensuring that everyone has an opportunity to take advantage of new developments in science, technology, and in all fields of endeavor. It is gratifying to see that Georgia and Gwinnett County have reached a place where differences are celebrated, that no matter where we are from, who we love, or how or if we pray, we are accepted as part of the vibrantly connected fabric of our state. I hope that any influence I may have reflects the values of my grandparents and my parents: hard work and dedication, honesty and kindness, and logic and love. I hope that I am able to use my Asian culture and heritage to solve problems that we all face, like transportation, and lead our region by example. Thank you again for celebrating all of our contributions to this great state.
Give it up again, ladies and gentlemen, Commissioner Ben Koo. Very good, very good. Amazing that his grandparents came here to build MARTA.
I know.
And you know the history of the railway here in America, in the Chinese community. Outstanding. Give it up again for our commissioner, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ben.
Thank you, Ben.
Our next recipient for the evening is Chandra Law, owner and co-founder of Farmer's Basket.
Woohoo, Chandra!
Chandra is an accomplished and successful entrepreneur in the Metro Atlanta restaurant industry. She and her husband are now proud owners of Farmer's Basket, a popular restaurant that she founded over 20 years ago. It has restaurants located all over Georgia, such as Lenox, Perimeter Mall, restaurants located outside state as River Chase Galleria Mall in Alabama. Of course, if you guys ever shop, you see Farmer's Basket everywhere within the mall in the kiosks. She regularly sponsors committees such as Senior Association, various city council, and congressman elections, the DeKalb County Police Department, and many other government departments. She is currently the president of Chinese American Lions Club of Atlanta and the chairwoman of CACPG. She is also the VP of Guangdong Association, KTA, Chinese Community Center of Atlanta, OCA. Chandra is a board member of CBAA, NACA, and several organizations. Big round of applause for Ms. Chandra Law!
Hey, congratulations. Wow. These are beautiful and heavy.
Distinguished guests, Georgia Asian Times, Mr. Lee Wong, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. I'm Chandra Law, president of Farmer Basket, the fast food chain restaurant. It is an honor to again receive the distinction of this award. An award more deserved by those who have supported me I would like to take this opportunity to thank everyone for nominating me as the top 25 most influential Asian Americans in Georgia. I'm especially grateful to my husband, Gwinnett Law, and two sons, Alex Law and Dennis Law, for their support. Countless friends whose individual thanks cannot be said in such a short time. Know that I'm internally grateful to you all for the support through these many years. Grateful to you and will continue to help and serve the community to the best of my ability. Relentless effort to always give back to community. Congratulations to all the honorees. You all deserve it. Thank you so much for being here. I greatly appreciate this honor. Thank you.
Congratulations, Shangri-La. Wow, those are beautiful. Smell so good. Congratulations, Shangri. Yes, yes. Thank you. Truly a leader in the community, ladies and gentlemen. Give another round of applause, Shangri-La. All right. Next honoree is the president of the Philippine American Chamber of Commerce of Georgia, none other than Anne-Marie Lagarta. Anne-Marie, come on down. She's an active community leader and currently serving as the president of the Philippine American Chamber of Commerce here in Georgia. Her role is to promote trade and investments between the state of Georgia and in the Philippines. Also been elected to lead the Filipino American community to organize the Kalayaan celebration or the Philippine Independence Day celebration in 2019. An annual statewide celebration is a 6-month project with strategic planning and creativity and fundraising and all that. She's a busy lady. She is the president of the Philippine American Chamber of Commerce, Anne-Marie Lagarta.
I need my glasses. Good evening. Are you having a good time this evening, everybody? Yeah. That's good to hear. Georgia Asian Times, I thank you for this award and recognition. My family and friends, I thank you for your love and support. I moved to Atlanta some 17 years ago, in 2002 to be exact, to work for a wonderful company, UPS, based in Sandy Springs. Little did I know that through my friendships with a few of you, and later with many of you, working on a variety of projects through the years with many Filipino Americans, Asian Americans, friends from nonprofits, the academe and business, and people from everywhere, that tonight I would be honored along with 24 others as an influencer. By definition, to be called an influencer is a great honor and a responsibility. It validates our ability to inspire or guide others to do good or to pursue a particular cause and to set a good example. I am inspired to continue to serve the PhilAm community in Metro Atlanta, working with PhilAm associations such as Makabayan, Georgia, the Philippine American Chamber of Commerce of Georgia, and the Kalayaan Committee, celebrating Philippine Independence Day traditions and Filipino culture. This is for you, PhilAms of Metro Atlanta. This is for you, Atlanta. This is for you, the great state of Georgia. Thank you. Maraming salamat. Mabuhay.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Hey, congratulations. Anne-Marie, well done. Thank you so much. Happy Kalayaan. Kalayaan.
Wow, that was a very, very good speech,
I'm
Anne-Marie.
pumped. Where's the party?
Yeah. Our next recipient, Masako Lisa Leon, Director of Sales and Marketing.
Oh, Wow.
Lisa is a fast-rising leader in the hospitality industry and has led the Sonesta Gwinnett Place Hotel Atlanta's team to great success. She's maintained a high-energy temperament and goes above and beyond for guests and clients. Lisa's always passionate and career-driven. She works closely with her staff and brings the culture of hospitality to her team. Lisa has true vested interest in the success of her employees in the local community. She maintains a collaborative and supportive partnership in the community. Big round of applause for Masako Lisa Leon!
Woohoo! Go, Masako! Sonesta!
Yay, Sonesta! Wow, there's a lot of people here. I stand here today amongst all my fellow honorees, congratulations, who are very well accomplished. And I think in the years it took me to really define who I am today and be really confident in my identity. From a young age, due to my father's profession, we moved back and forth from the United States and Japan almost every 2 years. What seemed to have been a very amazing opportunity for my parents for a bright future for their daughter turned into a very confusing journey for me. Trying to find my identity, if I am Japanese or am I an American. As I became a professional, the crisis still followed me. There are different nuances in leadership when we talk about the Western culture and also the Eastern culture. It took many trials and errors to try to find the right leadership style to inspire a team within each culture. There are many days where I wondered if I was enough, if I was doing enough. Although as years progressed and I was given the opportunity to work with many different teams, I realized it wasn't so much about finding out if I was Japanese or an American, but rather becoming a very well-rounded, passionate leader. The friends and family who are sitting here with me today allowed me to realize that. And you know who you are, table 18. As a matter of fact, just a few weeks ago while I was home in Japan, shopping with my children, a shop attendant came over to me and said, "Oh wow, your Japanese is so good." I said, "Well, that's my native language." So I guess I haven't really figured out my identity after all. I'm honored to be recognized among many accomplished honorees this evening and look forward to representing this community positively. We have plenty of room beyond this air walls, Lee Wong. So next year, as we increase our attending count, please do consider the Sonesta Gwinnett Place again. Thank you so much for this recognition, and thank you for all of my friends and family.
Congratulations. Thank you so much. Yeah. Let's give it up again, ladies and gentlemen. There she is. It's your girl, Masako Lisa Leon. So let's see, she's Japanese American, right?
Right.
We've had Korean American,
Chinese American.
Laotian
American. Filipino American.
African American, Asian,
White American. Yellow American.
Dalton, Georgia's in the house. Where's Dalton again, ladies and gentlemen? Let me tell you something. Don't sleep on Dalton.
Yeah.
Dalton's, you know, we all know him for the carpet up there. But guess what? I noticed, man, that now it's the solar panels. Ain't that right?
Dalton
Largest in the Southeast, maybe in America now, the solar panel industry up there, right?
Fluorine capital of the world, guys. Don't Georgia.
What is that? In the Northern Hemisphere, the largest solar panel manufacturer is in Dalton, Georgia. Wow. Who'd have thought? So they got it on the floor and they got it on your roof.
There you go.
And everything in between. Dalton, Georgia.
Dalton, Georgia.
Straight up there.
You got it.
That's where Judge Ethan's from, too.
I think
Dalton,
so.
with the eggs.
Yeah.
All right. See
You guys having fun tonight?
Having a good time?
Having a good time? You want a little like jazz or something in the background? Or are you guys okay right now?
No, we're good.
We're good? Okay.
Because it's exciting time. Next, I'm going to bring up, she's the founder and CEO, good friend of MBM International Logistics, it's Maggie Mears, ladies and gentlemen. Beautiful Maggie Mears. She's a successful entrepreneur, started a logistic company in 2004. Now her business evolved to a full-fledged logistic services in transportation, warehousing, customs, brokering, targeting the Asian community with emphasis on Sino-US trade. Active in the Chinese business community, she's the treasurer and board of director for the Chinese Business Association of Atlanta, the CBAA, also a board member of the National Association of Chinese Americans, NACA. And despite all that, she still has a lot of time that she finds to give back to the community with her philanthropic efforts. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the beautiful Maggie Mears. There she is. Maggie. Congratulations.
Good evening, welcome everyone. I would like to take this opportunity to thank Lee Wang and the Georgia Asian Times for this great honor, and also congratulations to all the honorees here on this very special evening. I have been privileged to be able to service our Asian community. I'm committed to continue to do so. I have always believed in the importance of helping others. Looking back over the past year, I'm so proud of what we have accomplished. Among many, one of the highlights was my last visit to the Olympic madman, Mr. Chen's 89-year-old mother, lived in Suzhou, China, a very isolated countryside with a very poor living condition. With the contribution from our local community, I was able to bring the warmest wishes and care and deliver many household needs, such as air conditioning, stove, water system, and food, as well as money. Tragically, Mr. Chen passed away in a fatal accident in Argentina. While he was traveling, pursuing 16 years his Olympic dream, to promote goodwill, global harmony, and peace. I'm very humbled by receiving this award, especially surrounded by my family, my friends, and colleagues. To my friend, to my family, thank you for your loving support. My daughter Bianca, my son Micah, I'm so proud of you. And at the last is not least, I want to shout out my coach and my dear friend, Anthony Robinson from Dale Carnegie. And thank you for being here tonight. And God bless you, America. God bless you all. Thank you.
All right. Congratulations, Maggie.
Thank you, Maggie.
Yes.
Our next recipient, not one or the other, but Miss Helen Nguyen. Metro Atlanta Chapter President and Asian Real Estate Association of America. Helen serves as the 2018 and 2019 Atlanta Chapter Alan Chen President for the Asian Real Estate Association of America, a nonprofit organization committed to advocating for home ownership opportunities within the Asian American community. She has been involved with ARIA on their leadership board since 2016. Among Helen's greatest accomplishments were the noticeable growth of the Atlanta chapter since the beginning of her presidency term, and over 25 small events of networking, social functions, community outreach, and continuing education. Big round of applause for Ms. Helen Nguyen.
Hello, everybody. Thank you, Georgia Asian Times, and congratulations to all the recipients tonight. It's an honor for me to be in the same room with you, so thank you. ARIA stands for the Asian Real Estate Association of America, and we are 41 chapters strong across the nation in Canada with 17,000 members. making us the largest trade associations for the Asian community. And we are 16 years old nationally, and Atlanta just celebrated our 10-year anniversary last year, so we are on our 11th year this year. I have to thank Ms. Dalmali Thong back there for introducing me to this association. And of course, Mr. Lee Wong for introducing me to Ms. Dow. So thank you so much. You both are great mentors to me, and I'm always will forever be grateful. The mission of ARIA is to promote sustainable, affordable housing in the AAPI community. And I'm honored to serve the association for the past 2 years as the Atlanta chapter president and the vice president for the YPN group nationally for ARIA. And I'm so honored to continue to serve the next 2 years as the Southeast Regional Director. So thank you again for this incredible honor. Thank you.
All right, give it up again, ladies and gentlemen, Helen Nguyen. Congratulations, Helen. Outstanding. For our next honoree, I'd like to invite to the stage the Honorable Vincent Liu, the Director General of Taipei Economic and Cultural Office here in Atlanta, to present the next award. Give Honorable Vincent Liu a round of applause. He comes forward. The honor goes to the Vice President of Elite Banking with East West Bank Atlanta, Danny Pien. Now, Danny has over 20 years of banking industry experience. He specializes in commercial and residential mortgage lending, commercial banking services, and treasury management services. Has a deep passion of serving the community. He's been active in lots of organizations. His leadership roles at the Chinese Community Center and the Monty Jade Science and Technology Association. He's board member of the Johns Creek Chamber of Commerce, inaugural class of the Leadership Johns Creek, president of the Taiwanese Golf Association, and vice president of NACA, the National Association of Chinese Americans. Give it up for Danny Pien, ladies and gentlemen, East West Bank. Thank you. Wow, Danny, thank you so much.
Am I the only gentleman tonight receiving the flower?
You just gave them to me.
Well, all kidding aside. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's an honor to be here tonight alongside with all the winners, and greatly appreciate Georgia Asian Times for this great honor. Originally, I'm from Taipei, Taiwan, and I'm Vice President for East West Bank, and also President for Chinese Community Center, and Vice President for Mount Jay Science and Technology Association. Through my professional career, I have learned the importance and the value of giving back to the community by a way of volunteering in community organization. Volunteering in the community organization takes personal dedication and perseverance. It's important to have a mentor in this process. And I was lucky to have Henry Yu, who's here tonight, also an award winner, and also Dr. Josephine Tan, and many others along the way that helped me and guide me through this process. Volunteering in the community organization also takes away your personal time. I think many of you understand that. And although they cannot be here tonight, I greatly appreciate my family for their dedication, for their time, for their support, allowing me to do what I do in the community. And again, it is an honor to be here tonight and to accept this award. Thank you.
Congratulations, Danny. Thank you so much for all that you do, sir. Thank you. Somebody loves Danny. Got those flowers?
I know, and they smell magnificent too. Yes.
Go on with your flowers.
Our next recipient, Mr. Raymond Partalan.
Ray! Woo-hoo!
Immigration paralegal for Clark Baxter Immigration. Before joining the partner firm, he spent several years the program associate of Asian Americans Advancing Justice, Atlanta, a nonprofit law and advocacy center for Asian Americans across the Southeast. There he was, a BIA accredited representative, and prepared family immigration petitions for the most undeserved populations. For over 7 years, he's been fearless advocate for immigrant and refugees communities as a DACA recipient himself. In 2013, he was a plaintiff in a lawsuit against the University System of Georgia, challenging its decision to bar DACA recipients from receiving in-state tuition at Georgia schools. He has lobbied for immigration reform at the local, state, and federal levels of government, traveling the country to share his immigrant stories. Raymond was part of the Young Immigrants group that was featured in the Grammy-nominated jazz album American Dreamers at the 2019 Grammy Awards. Big round of applause for Raymond Partala!
That's right. Congratulations. Good to see you, Ray.
Good evening. Wow. Good evening. It is such an honor and a privilege to be here with all of you tonight. Congratulations to all of the other honorees. I want to give a special thanks to Mr. Lee Wong at the Georgia Asian Times and the entire editorial board for bringing all of us together tonight and honoring each and every single one of your achievements. I actually want to, as I was driving here today, thinking about what I wanted to talk about tonight, I thought about what it means to have influence and why it's important for us as a community, as an Asian American community, to have influence. And I thought about my parents. So I always say that my parents are the original dreamers. My parents brought me here to the United States from the Philippines when I was 1. And we came here because we were searching for a better life. Here in the United States, we had the opportunity to have a better education, to work better jobs. And my parents couldn't be here today because they're busy working. My mom is working at a zipper factory down in Macon. And my dad is working at a warehouse right now, trying to get his physical therapy license back. Because a couple of years ago, or actually quite a long time ago, we lost our immigration status and we became undocumented. Thankfully, my parents were lucky enough and privileged enough to have gotten their green cards last October.
All right.
So we are very happy about that. And I think I want to close by saying that today, I want to challenge us as a community on the eve of this weekend, when apparently our communities are going to be under attack once again. I want to challenge our community to stand up and recognize the humanity of all people, regardless of the color of their skin, regardless of where they come from. I want us to recognize every single person's humanity. There are over 51,000 undocumented Asian Americans that live here in the state of Georgia. That is over 13% of the total undocumented population. And I want all of us in here tonight to recognize that we too are human beings. Thank you so much.
Wow. Ray. Shake his hand. Ray, God bless you, man. Thank you so much. I'm going to be Ray's campaign manager.
There you go.
I don't know whether to vote for him or to take up a collection. That was almost
surreal.
You know, it was,
yeah.
Excuse me. I was inspired. Thank you, Ray.
We should be
Give
working.
another round of applause, huh?
We should be working, right?
Yes.
Yeah, you are working.
Man.
Definitely.
All right. Got some heavy hitters here tonight.
I know it.
Heavy hitters. This next honoree, ladies and gentlemen, is the senator from District 5 in Georgia. I want you to give it up. Please come down. Senator Sheikh Rahman, ladies and gentlemen. Now check this out. He's a Democrat and the first immigrant to serve in the Georgia State Senate right there. He represents my county, Gwinnett County, most diverse in Georgia. He grew up in Bangladesh. His company was devastated by the Bangladesh Liberation War of Independence in '71. Listen, at age 13, he was kidnapped at gunpoint as a prisoner of war. 81, he graduated from high school, came to America, attended Central Piedmont Community College, washed dishes for $3.35 an hour to pay for his tuition. We're gonna say everything about you, bro. After 14 years in '95, he became a U.S. citizen. He finished his undergraduate degree in economics and global studies at UGA. He's also a student senator, president of the Global Studies Association. He started working with restaurants, worked his way up through Pizza Hut, Domino's, and Kroger. Then he got into real estate and started managing rental properties. When he was in school, he started messing around with the little political thing and caught the bug. He's now a member of the Democratic National Committee, first Muslim elected to the Democratic National Committee's Executive Committee. Give it up, ladies and gentlemen, for this man, Senator Sheikh Rahman.
Thank you very much. Thank you. I'm honored to be here. Thanks to all the honorees. Thanks to Georgia Asian Times for honoring us. I just want to say one thing. American dream is still alive.
Amen.
Okay? I came to this country, as I said, my first job when I came in, I had a hard time to getting a job washing dishes. But that's what I started. I started school. I dropped out of university, school after one couple of years studying. Then after 14 years, I got my degree. Now I'm a Georgia senator. So American dream still alive, and we have a hope. What I want you to do, I want people to look at me. If this guy can make it, anybody can make it. Okay? That's the only message I have. And I want all of you to know that I represent you. Welcome to my district. You are sitting right in the middle of my district. This is part of my district.
Yeah.
And I just want you to know that you have a representation at the Georgia State Senate. One thing I'm going to urge you to do, as an Asian American, we don't really participate in the political process. We have the brain, we have the money, we have everything except a little bit of less clout in the political field. We cannot just stay on the sideline. We cannot. We need to participate, we need to register, we need to vote, regardless your party affiliation. We need to have a seat at the table. For you all, I am your voice. If I can do anything for you all, reach out to me. I'll be glad to help you out. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Congratulations, Senator. Thank you so much. Thank you. God bless, sir. Thank you so much. Wow. Truly an honor.
I know, right? Wow.
Wow.
Yeah. Keynote speaker Sonny Park had said, when you become rich, you have to inspire and motivate others and give back to what you've got, right? So I would have not taken this proposition from Mr. Lee Wong had some of my great friends, amongst other family, have not been nominated. No, I didn't pay Lee Wong to nominate anyone today. But without further ado, Ann Rithmasai, Director of Home Health Care Services, M&S Home Care Services. Ann is an inspiring leader with entrepreneurship instinct and deep compassion for the community improvement. She co-founded and served president of the Georgia chapter of the Laotian American Society, where she united the Laotian community into an impressive network working together for the mutual purpose of cultural preservation and advancement. With her passion and care for the welfare of the community, she was inspired to introduce home care program to the most undeserved communities such as the Laotian American, Cambodian American, Vietnamese American, amongst others. Through M&S Home Care Services, Ann relieves some major burdens among family when facing aging or illness. In addition, Ann is generous, and she's more than generous with her philanthropy and time in sponsoring local Buddhism temple and local community organization. Without further ado, and I promise her that I will not cry, this lady has been my mentor, and she's inspired me to give back to the community.
Cry. No, it's cry right now. This is so beautiful. Oh my goodness.
Big round of applause for Ann Rithmasai!
Thank you so much to be recognized among all the great 25 leaders tonight. Something I'm going to talk about is not really attractive. Aging is inevitable. All things are impermanent. Only thing that is guaranteed in life is death. In the meantime, while we're journeying through life, this thing called life, along the way, having to deal with aging issue and concern, and mostly hardship when facing aging, and especially for the underserved community. I have the pleasure of being part of many lives, to having made the difference and being recognized for what I'm passionate in doing. Days in and out is a blessing. Through M&S Home Care and striving to provide healthcare program for the disparity underserved population for the past 10 years, I had the privilege to serve and expand the senior care services and address major issues for the senior and address the issues with the individual in their daily living activities and hardship of challenges. Through the support of the home health care program provided by the United States of America, known as Medicaid Waivers Program, I have witnessed many families being alleviated with family hardships. If these things that I have done for communities is seen as something worth notable, and if my passion to serve others is being recognized as something important, I'm very flattered. I thank Georgia Asian Time for this recognitions. I also want to thank M&S Home Care and many people who has been supportive of me and my focus in growing the program. I want to thank my husband, my family and friends who have always been there for me. You know who you are. Without you and your support, I would not be here today. Sincerely, thank you all and congratulations, everyone. Thank you, Kim.
Thank you. Congratulations, Ann. Kim, and you guys have a moment right now. It's so special. Just close your eyes and hug each other. It's a beautiful time. Wasn't that beautiful?
I thought maybe they would play some Marvin Gaye or something, you know?
Which one?
Let's get it on.
Oh my. I didn't know it was that kind of party. Wait a minute. Okay, stop it. Stop it. All right. That was nice, though.
It was really nice,
yeah.
yes.
Congratulations. Give it up again for Ann, everybody.
Congratulations, Ann.
Congratulations. Next, I'd like to invite to the stage the Honorable Naomi Takahashi, Acting Consul General of Japan, Atlanta. Is going to present this next award. It's going to go to the President of the Kobayashi Consumer Products, Daniel H. Kim. Now listen. This is a heck of a story here. Over 50 years ago, his parents, Chang Ben and Alice Yim, they came to the United States from South Korea and Hong Kong, respectively. They got married, and they still live in Dalton, Georgia today. Dalton's in the house. In 1989, the Yim started this company, little old company called Heatmax, and began distributing hot hands warmers in the United States. In 91, he's too fast. Daniel joined the company, and let me just tell you, in 8 years, he tripled the sales. The company then started manufacturing recreational heat packs, all kinds of stuff. In the mid-2000s, a Japanese-based pharmaceutical company called Kobayashi acquired Heatmax. In other words, they got paid. Nearly 500,000 warmers are produced every day in their Dalton, Georgia facility. That's 150 warmers a year. He's warm, and he is an honoree tonight. Give it up for Daniel H. Kim.
Okay, boy, I feel a lot of pressure tonight with all the people here, but to begin with, I'm honored to be with so many great people and great leaders. So, my name is Daniel, and I'm the president of Kobayashi Consumer Products, part of a $1.4 billion company headquartered out of Osaka, Japan. Kobayashi is the largest heat pack manufacturer in the world, and we make products that bring joy to your life. Our slogan is, you make a wish, and we make it happen. I'm humbled to be nominated for the award tonight, and I would not be here without the support of many great people. Some of those people are with me here tonight, and I'd like to recognize them. To begin with, I'd like to recognize my father and mother, Chang and Alice Yim, and my mother and father-in-law, He and Kyung Song. They have been great examples of immigrants who have come to the United States with very little, but through perseverance and hard work, become very successful. And this is one of the keys, I think, that of all immigrants who come to the United States, that what makes America great. When you take a look at what it takes to come from a foreign country here to the United States, you really don't speak English, you may have not a lot, it takes a certain character to be successful. And I think that those immigrants are, key to the American greatness. The next person I'd like to recognize is, I grew up in Dalton, Georgia, and my community had much to do with my success in life. Dalton is a great city to raise a family and to grow a business. Dalton is not only home to Kobayashi USA, but also home to many of the top carpet manufacturers in the world. The mayor of Dalton and his wife, Dennis and Debbie Mock, are here today, and I'm grateful for all their sacrifices they have made for our wonderful city of Dalton. I would also like to recognize our Kobayashi president in Japan, Akihiro Kobayashi, and our leadership of Norikazu Toyota and Kenji Yamashita. Through their vision and their big investments in Georgia, we have tripled the size of our company in the last 10 years. The last person I'd like to recognize is my wife, Carol. Without her support and wisdom, I would not be with you here today. She has the traits I admire the most, kindness and strength. And I leave you with one thought tonight. For those that are beginning on the path of life, you will have many up days and you will have many down days. Some of those days will be full of sunshine, and some of those days will be full of darkness. On those days you only see darkness, don't give up. You only have to keep moving forward and know that the sunshine will shine on you your way again. Thank you very much.
Congratulations, Daniel Yim. Boy, I'm in trouble. Mama is looking at me over there because I said Daniel Kim, and his name is Yim. Mama was going at me. What? She was like, I was like, what? I am so sorry, man. God bless you.
Kim, I think she wants to beat me up.
Take another bow. Chang Bin and Alice Yim. Go ahead, stand up. Thank you so much. The Yim and Bang Bin. Thank you so much. Did I do okay, Mama? All right. Whew.
Our next recipient is Mr. Henry Yu.
Henry.
President of the Hong Kong Association of Atlanta, a nonprofit group promoting business between Hong Kong, China, and the Southeast USA. Henry is a global business executive having covered emerging markets and in particular Asia Pacific for the over last 30 years. A 36-year banking veteran, Henry is well-versed in all facets of banking and had clients in Asia. He is also the presiding chief operating officer of Asian Investors Consortium, fund that invests in Asia in clean, green tech, and medical industry. Henry believes in sharing and volunteer services, having helped NACA for over 15 years in various capacity, and notably founded NACA Mentorship in 2004. Big round of applause for Mr. Henry Yu!
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, VIPs and dignitaries. Li Wang, you've been doing it best over 10 years. Well done, and I know that you do a few more. Glad to see so many familiar faces. Sunny Park, I really like your keynote delivery, and after all, we are following your footsteps. So today I'm excited and honored, and certainly would love to meet the other honorees, because I think I know about 10 or 15 of them. But I think it's important, I think as a more mature leader, I won't say I'm old, I'm young at heart. I really want to echo another honoree's comment. Challenge, I think it was Raymond Patolan. You want to challenge. I want to challenge all the leaders. A lot of them are younger, more diverse, and more importantly, I think the future is yours to lead. And I would like to urge you to really reach out to the other groups. After all, this is the Asian award. Not just mingle with the Chinese group, mingle with folks from Taiwan, from India, from Vietnam, you name it, from Japan. And actually, I want to share a personal story. It is really touching my heart. When I founded NACA's mentorship in 2004, I realized that this cannot be just to Chinese students and professionals. So I reached out to other communities and sharing my successes and failures and my experience with groups like GAT, which is the Georgia Vietnamese American Chamber of Commerce, OCA Georgia, I see, I think Alex is here, the past president, sharing my structure in terms of what we did wrong and what we did right. Also sharing with the Millennium Leadership Program, actually set up by the Vietnamese leaders, I think David Lee and a few others. But more importantly, I think it is important for us to embrace the other groups. I think we can work together, closely together, to work in common interests. And I urge you, really, there are so many activities in town that you can learn from so many different Asian cultures. For example, this year, I was heavily involved in helping celebrate the 40th anniversary of Atlanta-Taipei Sister City relationships. I also help other groups such as CBAA, ACP, the Georgia Indo-American Chamber of Commerce, Pakistani American Community, the Japanese American Chamber of Commerce, through sharing my success and failure to some in organizing export forums to Asian destinations. So I will continue to do more of this, and I urge all the leaders to take ownership and push ahead and make it happen. Thank you. Before I close, I really want to thank my wife because she is the reason why I'm here. All her unwavering support and love. Thank you, Elaine. You're my VIP. Thank you.
Great job, sir. You cleaned that up real quick. Got up there, did all that talking. No, I'm the reason. Congratulations, he was a great guy, Henry is.
He knows who's the boss, that's for sure.
That's right.
Absolutely.
That's why. All right. Wow, we're getting close to the end. Is this the...
We are.
This, and I see everyone stayed, so we must have had a good time tonight. This will be the final award for our top 25. I once again like to ask Mr. Nick Messino, president of the Gwinnett Chamber of Commerce, would you please come forward for this next? And our honoree, ladies and gentlemen, is the dean of the School of Business and fastest growing college in the state of Georgia, Gwinnett, Georgia Gwinnett College. It's Tyler Yu. Here he comes, Tyler. He's professor of economics and dean of the School of Business at Georgia Gwinnett College, GGC. He's taught on the university level for 20 years, primarily at Mercer. As undergraduate, you know, he did microeconomics, principles about microeconomics, all kind of microeconomics. He's a smart guy. Quantitative analysis, methods, business statistics, multivariate, applied business statistics, financial accounting, managerial accounting, and cost accounting. He is smart as heck. At the graduate level, he's taught managerial economics, operations management, decision theory, and I can't even say all this stuff. He's published more than 30 articles in referred journals. Once again, that's why he's the dean of the School of Business at the fastest growing college in Georgia, Georgia Gwinnett College. It's Tyler Wu.
Well, thank you very much for putting the very best at the very end, I guess. Yeah, once again, my name is Tyler Yu. I'm the dean of the School of Business at Georgia Gwinnett College. It is a great honor to be here to accept this award right here. Georgia Gwinnett College is one of the institutions of higher learning in the university system of Georgia. The School of Business is one of the 5 academic schools on campus, and it is accredited by AACSB, which represents the highest standard for business education. We're doing something right for the state of Georgia. I've been there for 13 years as one of the charter faculty members. I went up there, I came over there in 2006. Been there for 13 years. I really thoroughly enjoyed the experience of serving Gwinnett County and the state of Georgia. I would like to take this opportunity to thank Georgia Asian Times and also my wife for your support. I can't. That's very important. Okay, thank you very, very much, and you all have a wonderful evening.
Very good. Thank you, sir. Told you he was smart. Told you he was smart.
That will conclude our 25 most influential Asian Americans.
Wow! Big round of applause. Wow! What a night.
And we did save the best for last. We have the Asian American Spirit Awards.
Okay.
You guys don't know what that is? It is, of course, the Spirit Award, right? In recognition of Asian Pacific American Heritage Month in May, GAT honor group who inspire others through their own acts of service, sacrifice, initiative, and generosity, particularly in the areas of leadership, service to community organization, and education. Georgia Asian Time honors the Center for Pan-Asian Community Services Incorporated, known as CPAC.
Hey, CPAC.
For its community social services and health activism to the Metro Atlanta and Georgia communities. The CPAC service's mission is to promote self-sufficiency and equity amongst immigrants, refugees, and the underprivileged through comprehensive health, social services, capacity building, and advocacy. Since 1980, CPAC has provided a home base and essential programs that supports Asian Americans in their new chosen country. CPAC began as a volunteer-run organization providing health and human services to the areas of Korean Americans.
Today, CPAC has approximately 80 full-time employees and 20 part-time contractors speaking over 16 languages in-house. CPAC has 46 ACA certified application counselors speaking various languages, a youth program that's in-house serving over 500 youth with job readiness, homework help, all kinds of good stuff. They also have a library on site, computers, a community garden, and a large green space for play. Awesome. The staff is led by the CEO, President Chai Wong Kim, and provides a broad array of programs that serve men, women, seniors, children, and youth in Metro Atlanta. The number of individuals served each month has grown from, 791 in 1999 to 2,600 in 2018. That's amazing, amazing.
Astonishing numbers.
So, it's definitely our pleasure to invite up here Mr. Yotin Siwan Jarleen.
Oh wow, you did that really great.
God dog, I'm good. Mr. Yotin Siwan Jarleen, who's the Executive Vice President at the Center for Pan-Asian Community Services, CPAC, accept the award and deliver a brief speech. Come on up for it, please.
Thank you so much. So I'm going to have my Vice President Victoria going to speak on behalf of our CPAC. Thank you.
I just want to thank the Georgia Asian Times and Mr. Wong for this recognition. And congratulations to all of the honorees tonight. It's just an honor for us to be here with you in a room with such incredible Asian American leaders. On behalf of the Center for Pan-Asian Community Services, CPAC's board, our CEO, Ms. Choi-Won Kim, our families that we serve, and our staff, again, we want to thank you for this recognition. Next year, it's actually our 40th anniversary of serving the immigrants of our communities. And we're still the largest and longest standing organization to serve the immigrant and refugee in the Southeast, and that's a feat in itself. But every day, our amazing bilingual staff and bicultural team, we work tirelessly to serve the families here in the state of Georgia. And we do that through three things: comprehensive social services and health services, advocacy, and capacity building. And we cannot service the 70,000 clients that we have every year, children, seniors, families, through transportation, youth services, senior services, healthcare, you name it. We're pretty much a one-stop shop for our Asian American and immigrant communities. And we cannot do this work without your support. And the support of the media partners who are here in this room, the corporate partners, the government officials and partners that have been supporting our work, all the 40 years that we've existed, we cannot thank you enough. And again, thank you to the Georgia Asian Times. But we look forward to working with you in 2020 as we're talking about census and making sure all of our Asian American communities are going to be counted. And as we're talking about resources that are coming down to your community, we really need to talk about how that's going to look like. And we look forward to working with the governments, groups, the local community-based organizations to ensure that census is not going to be overlooked. And also, 2020 is also another important year for the elections, and I'm so glad that our elected officials have talked about how important for our Asian American communities to speak up, to register to vote, and to participate in the process. So if you have not heard of us yet, we hope that to be able to follow you soon. And again, thank you, Georgia Asian Times, for the award.
Right on. Congratulations, CPAC. Thank you all so much for what you do. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Wow. What a great way to end, huh?
We got spirit, do you?
Yes, we do.
There you go.
It's a cheer.
Wow.
And it's for CPAC, which is a great organization, does so much. You know, the T-Walk, you hear about so many great things that they do. And so thank you, Lee, for acknowledging them once again. And thank you all so much for being. Did you have a good time tonight? Huh?
guys have been such a tremendous crowd here tonight.
Yeah, very good evening tonight. This unfortunately concludes the Georgia Asian Times 25 most influential Asian Americans in Georgia, unless there's one more, Lee. I mean, number 26.
I could be number 27.
I'm just saying. Well, I mean, we still got a little time. Okay, we'll talk
Thanks
about
again,
it.
Mr. Lee Wong, for creating a platform for all of our Asian Americans within the state of Georgia.
Thank you, Lee. Great job, Lee.
Have a voice, and without you, sir, this would not be possible.
Yeah, everybody give Lee a big round of applause. Give him a big round of applause.
Get all the recipients. We'd like to get all the recipients tonight to please come on stage so we can take a group photo.
Yeah, big group photo. Everybody else have a great night. Thank you again. God bless. Keep influencing.
See you guys next